these two passages on 142, good morning, and 143, I just want to remind you that this book was written for people from other countries who are in the United States learning English. So it's for people learning English as a second language, but they are living in the United States. That explains the two passages we're going to read on 142 and 143. What we have on these two passages are two students from other countries who are living in the United States, and this is the way they see the United States and the students. I'll read the first one and then ask you to read it. By the way, we're reading these from Main Idea, so you keep that in mind. Social life in the United States, two views. I think I made a big mistake when I decided to come to this country. The educational system is okay, and in general, it's a comfortable place to live, but life here can be very lonely. It's difficult to have close relationships with people here. Some Americans seem to hate foreigners. They're very cold to anyone different from them. Others are friendly at first, but they aren't really interested in a close friendship with a new person. And dating is impossible. I've dated several American women since I came here, but this hasn't been very successful. American women are too independent, too aggressive. Sometimes they suggest a place to go on a date. Sometimes they even want to pay for the dinner or movie. They don't understand romance. All right, first of all, any question about meeting here? Any words here?
Independent. Freedom from or...
Independent?
Yes.
Okay, if we say a person is independent, the person can take care of herself or himself. Like we say when we raise children, we want to raise them to become independent men and women. The opposite of independent is what?
Dependent.
Dependent. So we expect a child to depend on a parent. We say a child is dependent. Now, in many cultures, people expect a woman to be dependent on a man.
And can mean freedom. Freedom from...
Oh, yeah, well, I see what you mean. Well, especially if we use it as a country. For example, we say a country wants to get independence from a colonist. So... So it's different if we talk about independence of a person and the independence of a country. Independence of a country, you become free. So, for example, the United States became independent from Great Britain, you know, and became a country, or Cambodia got its independence from France, which one time was a colonist, and so on. But in a person, it's different. He's saying, this is what many foreigners would say, American women are too independent. Okay, and they even, he said they even sometimes want to pay for dinner or something. That happened in the change in the culture in the United States after the 1960s and 70s, when more women had jobs. And said, since they said they were equal to men, then therefore why should a man be paying for me? I should be paid too. Of course, a lot of men said, well, if you are equal, you should pay. You know, it goes both ways. It works both ways. I just wanted to see a couple of words here. He says here, in general, it's a comfortable place. What did we have the word that would be, if you don't say in general, we had a word that few days ago, it might not be clear. If we don't say general, we say specific. That's all I want to point out. Any other words here? Okay, Bear, why don't you read it, please? Would you kindly read it? Yeah.
Social life in the United States, 2 views. I think I made a big mistake when I decided to come to this country. The educational system is okay, and in general it's a comfortable place to live. But life here can be very lonely. It's difficult to have close relationships with people here. Some Americans seem to hate foreigners. They're very cold to anyone different from them. Others are friendly at first, but they aren't really interested in a close friendship with a new person. And dating is impossible. I've dated several American women since I came here, but this hasn't been very successful. American women are too independent, too aggressive. Sometimes they suggest a place to go on a date. Sometimes they even want to pay for the dinner or movie. They don't understand romance.
Okay, good. All right, now I'm gonna, Nev?
Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then is it? Sometimes they, must be the meaning there who,
Sometimes they,
what is that they?
women.
Women.
They is a pronoun referring to women.
What in this?
He's talking,
Is mean American women?
yeah, he's talking about American women. That's when he says sometimes they suggest a place to go on a date.
That man comes first.
Yeah, yes. And that, is it not clear? Nat, what is not clear? Is it not clear? Not clear? Okay, then why don't we talk about what it's saying? So, Jung, would you tell us what you think this man is saying?
Depends. You think it's difficult to stay at the American